Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is another episode of the Depression Diaries, and as you all know, if you're a regular viewer or you saw the last video, I've had some problems recently with depression. Beyond the usual depression that I have, I had an unexpected bout of depression, but I am still working towards the new series of videos I want to do. But what I've been hit with is, for a while I'd taken what's called a holiday from one of my antidepressants because of how it made me feel, and I've gone back onto it after a layoff of a few weeks, and it has hit me with the side effect of drowsiness. I have multiple medications that make me drowsy, and having added this one back into the mix has meant that I have been sleeping 12 or more hours a day, which is making it harder to get the work done on the series. And the series I'm coming up with is a gamble anyway, because it is a different type of video to what I've been doing. But what I have worked out, it's an additional thing. There's going to be 10 videos in the series, and those are going to be researched so I can quote the theories and the thinking behind what I'm talking about, but in a more formal way. The videos are going to be the formal part. There's going to be then a transcript of that video with the personal commentary and suggested reading lists posted to my blog. But I also came up with an idea, which is also taking time to do, is that some of the points that I've been thinking about and will be covered in the new series were sparked by certain films. So as I cover a particular point in the series, there will be a corresponding movie recommendation, and I've also noticed how it's having an effect on my mental health, so there will probably be associated editions of the Depression Diaries about how this process is actually going to be affecting me as I make this series, because the series is going to require not editing. I don't really edit, but will require assembling. And as I said, the research as well. So I'm hoping to have it done so the first episode comes out at the end of May, around my birthday. So it'll either be the end of May or the beginning of June, when I will be smack dab in the middle of my usual May to June depressive cycle. Like I said, this is a gamble for me, because I'm putting extra pressure on myself to try and come up with something that I hope people will find interesting and will want to get involved, because it does. To work properly, this series, maybe not for the first season, but for the second 10-episode season, will start to require audience participation, where I will outline or give my view on a certain subject, and then ask you what you think, and that will be added into the work, and we will keep coming back to certain things until certain subjects, until we have a workable set of assumptions and philosophy behind what I really want to create, which is a new political ideology that will encompass as many different viewpoints as possible and turned into a workable philosophy that's neither left nor right, but just is. And hopefully it will bring together people on the left and the right. I'm taking an enormous gamble on this, with how it is affecting me, because I'm already having the doubts that my depression always gives me when I come up with any idea. So this, like I said, hopefully by the end of May, I'm trying to make it a birthday present for myself. My birthday's at the end of May. I want to try and bring it out around that time, and I want to have all the videos already recorded. I want them all to be pre-uploaded and then set for a scheduled time each week for one episode to come out. And then by the end of the 10th episode, we will have covered what I hope will be the grounding for the work to go to go on the second season. Of course, if the first season not successful, then I'll probably just forget about trying to do the rest of the work. But I think it's important. I'm trying to build something, because yes, I complain a lot, but I've also had ideas that I think will be important as a way forward, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm putting my mental health and my physical health, because it's affecting my sleep as well. I'm getting too much sleep, so I'm not doing as much work, but then I have to try and force myself to stay awake if I've got an early appointment the next day. And over the next couple of weeks, I will be having a number of early morning appointments that I'm going to have to stay up all night the night before to make sure I'm up and able to get to the appointment. So I'm going to be screwing up my mental health by putting myself under strain. I'm going to be putting my physical health under strain, because I will be forcing myself to try and stay awake as much as possible so I can get the work done and fit that in with all the appointments I've got. So I really hope it's a gamble worth taking, but the only people who will be able to tell me whether it has been worth it is once I've completed the 10 videos and the associated videos that go with them, the movie recommendations and other stuff. Only you'll be able to tell me whether this gamble has been worth it. So I'm hoping it's about 5 weeks, 5 maybe 6 weeks to go before I am able to release the first video. But like I said, I'm going to try and get all 10 videos done, edited together or assembled from the different bits, and this is kind of my last attempt to try and do something positive on this channel, rather than it just being a bunch of complaints or commentaries that aren't really picking up the viewership. I want to try and build something, and this is my last ditch attempt. I won't stop making videos, but I will stop trying to build an audience after this, because it's just not going to be worth it if this gamble doesn't pay off. Anyway, sorry for the length of the video. I was going to do a short video and turn into another rambling one, which is something the new series will not be. It will be very, very tight and formal, not as informal as the other videos are. But this is, it's taking a lot out of me, and I had to do this video so that you know that there is still something coming, and how much I am gambling on to do it, this new project. So I hope that you'll at least give it a chance, and I just hope I can stay mentally and physically well enough to get the work done on schedule, so the end of May, beginning of June will be the release of the first video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.